I love you, baby.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Somhi Austin. For you guys today, I have the match preview for our match against Philadelphia Union, live from Q2 Stadium, Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. To kick us off, let's take a look at our opponents on the night, Philadelphia Union. Their latest MLS game was supposed to be against Seattle Sounders last Saturday, but the match was suspended due to the rain. Their latest game on Tuesday against Pachuca in the CONCACAF Champions League did not go well. The Mexican side put six past Philadelphia to beat them 6-0, and that was the Union's best squad out there on the night. So, not a great night, terrible night even for them. Philadelphia, along with us, are winless in their last 5 games with no goals for them in their last 2. I do think that game will play a part and positively for us. I think, they'll be drained since they won't have as much rest as us. And I think, maybe their morale will be low. Either that, they'll come out hungry looking for a reply, a response. So either way, I think that game will play a part in how, the game goes tomorrow. But I think it does give us a lot of optimism. Philadelphia's key player on the night will be Quinn Sullivan. The 19-year-old striker has been their brightest spark and hope in a lackluster season so far for them. Their defense has also been a lot leakier and weaker than previous, and their coach is in the hot seat as well. So, anything can happen tomorrow night. Let's hope we can show up and show out in front of our fans, that our team, Austin FC, shows up, especially after that game against St. Louis City. We deserve it. But if we do move on to Austin, briefly looking at our injury list, as in our last 2 games, Leo Väisänen is still out, as well as possibly, but closer than ever, Sebastian Driussi. Speaking about the Argentine, Coach Wolf stated that, quote, he is still questionable. We're hopeful he's able to compete with us on the weekend. He's been involved in a lot of training sessions. Again, we're hopeful, end quote. Josh Wolf also went on to say what most of us already know and feel, quote, we need him, Driussi. He is the heartbeat of our team. His qualities help give the other players confidence, end quote. Driussi, as we know, did make the bench for the first time this season last Saturday against St. Louis City. But as Wolf said after that game, quote, he was never going to play that game, but Driussi, asked me, can he be on the bench? Can he be around the guy? This is his team and he wants to be around the players, end quote. And I think that just speaks and shows to the kind of player and character that Sebastian Driussi is. He's ready and hungry to be back, and I think all signs point to him getting back in action, even if it's just for a few minutes in the last dying minutes of this match against Philly for the first time this season. Because if we do look now at our potential starting lineup on the night, here's my prediction. Spoiler alert, it's virtually the same exact lineup as the starting one that we saw against St. Louis. Because what's that saying, if it's not broken, don't fix it. In goal, of course, Brad Stewart starts. He's been so great for us, not only this season, obviously, we know throughout his time here in Austin. And again, I don't expect anything less from him on the night. Now, in our back line on the left, I think Kolmanic still starts over Biro. The Slovenian defender, I think, still nudges over the Brazilian and has been solid over the last 2 games, especially with his assist against St. Louis. I think we'll definitely see Biro off the bench as he continues to gain fitness and sharpness, although he has also been good in the cameos that he's had this season thus far. In the middle of defense, I think we found officially, our pairing in the center. Both Cascante and Hedges will start, with both of them being great again, not only against St. Louis, but they've been improving as they've been playing together over the last couple games. And they both scored against St. Louis, so again, like Stewart, I don't expect anything different this game from them. Now on the right, there's obviously John Gallagher, who I think most likely does start. However, as we saw against St. Louis, he did have a bit of an injury scare in that second half and did come off late with a cramp. So I wonder if we could see him potentially benched or rested this game due to that. Where in that case, I think Ethan Finley, who we saw deputized there last Saturday, could start if that's the case. Or even Owen Wolf, who we saw play there against Minnesota. In the middle of the field, I think we'll definitely see Johan Valencia start once again as the 5 or 6, depending on how you see him in that midfield, as one of 2 pivots or defensive midfielders. Partnering him, I think we see Alex Ring again alongside him. The pair were solid against St. Louis, as I said, and they did well to cover the midfield behind Rubio, as he was pulling the strings ahead of them. I think if either of them start on the bench for whatever reason, in that case probably Ring, I think Danny would get the nod ahead of O to replace him, but again, not likely. As mentioned, in front of the pair of Valencia and Ring, I think Rubio will start once again. He was great on the night against St. Louis, combining well and linking that midfield and attack, which was crucial. We'll have to see that again against Philadelphia if we do want to win this game. Finally, moving on to our front line, we're most likely to see Jader O'Brien on the left, Giassi Sardes down the middle, and Ethan Finley on the right. My biggest question mark in this whole 11 is Finley, who although did put in a shift against St. Louis, wasn't super efficient and did look absolutely gassed out in those last 15 minutes or so in that match. And so if he doesn't start, which is a good possibility, I think the man to replace him and our only option really would be Emiliano Rigoni. If Rigoni does start ahead of Finley, I think we'll see him on the left and Javier Obrian on the right. Obrian did play well against St. Louis and has looked lively, but we do need to see a little bit more end product from him, and I think we will. And hopefully he can get that ball rolled against the underperforming Philadelphia Union backline. Now, lastly, looking at Giassi Sardes, he and Diego Rubio linked well, and we hope to see that again against Philly. Similarly to Obrian, he looked good last Saturday, but we need more end product from him, more specifically a goal. On that note, moving on to my score prediction, I do predict not only Giassi Sardes to score, but also our first win of the season. And I know it's kind of crazy, but I can just feel it. I can smell it, y'all. I haven't gotten a single score prediction right this season yet, but I did predict correctly in the last 2 games, a draw, and draw we did. So I know it's not too impressive, but a win is a win for my prediction in this case. And so my prediction is 2-0. Yes, 2 goals and a clean sheet for Austin in front of our fans on the night. And let's be optimistic. I think we'll go out there and we'll see what we saw against St. Louis, but better. Philadelphia Union is not as strong, I think, as St. Louis, especially this season. So, I think we'll go out there and we'll win this game. But that does wrap up this match preview, guys. Comment y'all's thoughts and opinions on this match, from your starting 11 prediction to your score prediction. If y'all think Juicy will start, how we'll play on the night, and, all of that, let me know down below. But that is all for me, y'all. Thank you so much for watching and listening to me. It truly does mean a lot. And I hope to come back and give y'all a positive match review. And, do like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff if you did enjoy. And I'll catch y'all on the next one.